Hello everyone, and welcome back to Tales of Berseria. I'm Drunken Dan. Last time, well, we started heading towards depression. This time, we will make it to depression. I don't have much to talk about tabletop stuff, I guess. We ran Kingdom of Fae, and there wasn't really a whole lot that happened. But I will tell you something that we tried to do. I'll tell you about the encounter that we had. So Kingdom of Fae is one of the other players' games that we haven't played in a long time. But I've only played it in it like twice. The basic premise is every character but mine is part of this weird, like, Suicide Squad-like pack. But,
it's an angel's blessing as long as we win.
Anyway, I was just letting that cutscene play out. So anyway, the party consists of... So anyway, yeah, they're like a Suicide Pack thing, so... Not Suicide Squad Pack thing, where, they can live, and they'll be putting these, like... They'll be respawn these cloning tanks. Not cloning tanks. Cloning tanks. God, I can't speak. And, you know, it takes a couple days, but they'll be back. And the premise is there's some wizard or lich that's trying to basically bring about the end of the world, and you're working for some tentacle, like evil tentacle monster god thing that is bad, but lesser two evils thing. If you don't work with him, or if you break certain rules, like attacking one another, you both explode. You know, shit like that. Now, Tor, my barbarian, was not there during this time. Currently in the party, he's hired help. The cleric named Bad Egg, yes, it's a dwarven cleric named Bad Egg. I'm not kidding, his name is Bad Egg. We can laugh about that all we want, but his name is Bad Egg, it won't change. Some kind of angel, I'm not sure what her class is, but she has, like, magic abilities. And she works for the Raven Queen, or has something to do with the Raven Queen. This is 5e, by the way. And Rob is some kind of bard, I think. I think he's a bard. He's an undead bard. Yeah, it's literally just Rob Zombie, except for he talks like one of the Betos. So anyway, like I said, my character's hired help. He's a half-orc named Tor, who I finally got a voice for him when I played him for the second time. And he sounds like, it's kind of like the Zangief voice that, you know, talks in third person. Though he does have a higher intelligence score than, was it the lady I was talking about a second ago, the angel, who apparently has an intelligence score of 8. But, I'm trying to think. But yeah, he's, I can't remember the type, but he's he gets necrotic damage whenever he, blood rages and does necro damage and shit like that.
It's over, right?
I took that, and also I eventually, by the end of this, I gained a ice warhammer of some kind that the DM made, like a magical weapon. He was actually offered me either a lightning spear, a fire sword, or the hammer. I went with the hammer. My reason was, I'll get into what we did, but my reason for going for the hammer was, so I actually wanted Melita, funny enough, to be an ice user, but it's kind of happened to where she's a fire user now, and that's just how it is. She's a fire user.
I'm fine.
And a ton of my characters use fire, so I didn't want to use fire again. And, I didn't want to use lightning in this party. Now, I didn't know at the time, but I watched Rob shoot lightning bolts, and I was like, oh, we have lightning covered, why would I need lightning? Though apparently I learned from the DM immediately, who thanked me because I didn't take lightning, is that everyone in the party has lightning abilities. So he was happy that finally someone took something that wasn't lightning. But anyway, so we left there. We were trying to talk to, was it the Squid Boss through his magic, through Bad Egg's magic ring. Couldn't get a hold of him. And then we started getting attacked by sonic blasts. Like basically like psychic blast sort of thing. So we were like, alright, we need to go towards it. So what's the first thing that we do? We get a cart. Do we get a horse? No, we don't get a horse. Bad Egg says, why doesn't Tor pull it? Tor decides to pull it because it's strength training, yeah? Yes, Tor pull it for strength training, yes! And so he did, and it took him an hour to get moving because I kept fucking up my rolls. I rolled so bad that night.
Hey, is everyone
I failed, like, almost every roll that was important. Except for when I failed one that made me slowed. And then I just was stuck and slowed, and I kept succeeding on my rolls. Which almost made it worse, and I'll explain why. But anyway. We make it there, and there's this weird, like, squid-faced creature. And, along with this, like, big... I can't remember what it's called. Like, this big squid monster. With an eye. It wasn't a beholder, but it had random rays that would come out of little eyes. But I don't think it was quite a beholder, because we could use magic. No, it wouldn't be a beholder, because beholder... If it was a beholder, you just straight up can't use magic. Beholders are fucking terrifying, man. Shit. Get... Oh, nice! I just cut through everybody. Oh, this is going well, this fight. But, so I got distracted by the game. This game's fun. What can I say? So anyway, we finally get there, we see it, and what was it, Nick goes, hey, can we just throw it at him at ramming speed, like drive it at him, and the DM didn't, because it's a custom campaign, the DM, was like, alright, I'm gonna roll a D100, if I roll a 100, it'll go downhill, because the plan that Bad Egg came up with is, we all just jump in the cart and we hit them at ramming speed. So, we get ready to do that, and the DM rolls the D100, and it lands on a 100. So yes, ramming speed. And, however, the weird squid sorcerer thing cannot be taken by surprise, so...
Say,
oh shit.
Do you know why Velvet was sent to that prison island in the first place?
It had to be to funnel the other prisoners' malevolence to Innominat, right?
There's an Earth Pulse point near a ball, right? Wouldn't it have been easier just to leave her there?
Lack of food, probably. I heard she devoured the entire village. Could that rumor really be true? Who can say? Let's ask Eisen's coin. You know it doesn't work like that.
All right, let's think. Why else would Artorius move Velvet to the island? If she was the first Therian he captured...
He needed a guinea pig to test out what was written in the ancient book.
Precisely. He made a special cage for her in the island prison, where Earth Pulse Point and Malevolence met. Then he used Velvet to test how Therians work.
Huh. I could see him doing that.
But turning his own family into an experiment.
I'm just offering a theory. But a man willing to sacrifice his brother's life wouldn't likely show mercy to his sister either.
How could he be capable of such things?
Perhaps that's just how badly he wants to save this world. Or perhaps there's no other way it could be saved.
Huh? Do you think there'll be ruins at this Earth Pulse point, too?
If you're expecting something like the undersea or underground temples we saw before, you might be setting yourself up for a disappointment.
Have you been there before?
No. But if there's any such kind of grand structure here, it wasn't recorded in the Abbey's archives. Eastgand has long been a frontier, and civilization here was never really developed. Plus, the land to the east is said to be unstable, making it hard to build anything too large there.
Even if a temple had been built there, the shifting earth would likely have swallowed it without a trace. The worship of Innominat may be widespread now, but just a few years ago, Empyrean faith was all but dead.
Right.
Still, if you actually searched for the ruins, I bet you could come up with something incredible. We've seen underwater and underground temples, so why not a temple in the sky?
A temple in the sky?
It's a romantic thought, and the ancients were certainly advanced, but...
Flying temples are a bit far-fetched, eh?
Hey, that's the beauty of magic. Anything could happen. A flying temple, a beautiful woman being sawed in half. The border between dream and reality is as fine as a frog's hair.
Maybe you just spend too much time daydreaming.
Maybe.
So, where was I? So we forked the cart, he rolled the 100, so it was going downhill. So like I said, the squid boy he wasn't surprised because he can't be. So he created a wall of force. Now, of course, we couldn't see this, but we all took our actions. Bad Egg and I planned to jump the cart and hit the guy as soon as the cart gets close. the angel cast, like, fly on herself and Rob, so they could both fly out of the cart. And she even kicked the cart to give it more force. Mind you, again, none of us could see it. So Bad Egg and Tor slammed headfirst into the force wall, taking some damage, but we didn't die. Tor, of course, declared that it was in fact glass and was wondering why someone left glass in the middle of the road. Let's see here. We then started trying to get across the glass, or, well, the force wall, to, you know, to kill this fucking squid thing, or attack it, at least. And, so, we get around the corner. I also moved a little bit to the side, so that way me and, him aren't so close for an AoE attack. The, squid shoots his one-a-day disintegration ray at Bad Egg, and he's instantly killed.
I wish I
He
had
got...
power like that.
The damage was ridiculous. Even if he had full health, he was fucked. So Bad Egg died immediately. I got hit by one of the beams and was slowed. I could only take one move action or one standard action, no bonus action. So I couldn't Blood Rage. Not Blood Rage, just, you know, Rage. Blood Rage is a different type of... That's Pathfinder. So, I had this issue, so I pretty much walked up and tried to hit him. Oh no, I walked up to try and hit him, but I couldn't hit him yet. And, what was it? Rob started just casting lightning bolts at him. And the squid creature that would shoot the rays. The angel went down, Juliet. That's her name, is Juliet. Came down and started hitting him with her sword. He cast Mirror Image. I hit, but I hit one of the mirrors. But as it turns out, he can only be hurt with magic weapons, and I didn't have one at the time. So I pretty much just worked to break the mirrors. But anyway, at least we all, minus Bad Egg, survived. Then we got back to town. We picked our next destination. Waited for Bad Egg to come back. Got some new weapons and a bunch of horses. Yeah, because apparently Juliet spent like a bunch of platinum on horses. So we all have horses now. Which there was a slight argument over the name of Tor's horse. Tor wanted to call it Fat Face. And our angel didn't approve of Fat Face. So, and wanted to call him like Flutterhoof or something like that. So, they had to compromise and call him Fat Hoof. One of them was also named Point, which Bad Egg renamed. But, either way. Oh yeah, also part of the mountain blew up, so the time clock is ticking. We probably will all die. It's okay. Who needs to live? And that was about all that we did. So that's all, like, the tabletop news, because we ran that because a lot of the party for Rise of the Rune Lords wasn't around. I'm going to try and set up stuff for the following week for my tournament, and I'll talk about some of my prep and some of my ideas after these cutscenes. Oh, I thought there was going to be a bunch of cutscenes here, but I guess not. Oh, there's probably going to be something in this, like, a second. But hey, remember this area? I'm pretty sure this is a spot that we were actually in back in the opening tutorial. Okay, we don't have access to that ability yet. It'll be nice when we get it. But, so yeah, I started prepping the tournament. I have a Team 2 all lined up for what I'm going to throw at them. I took out the Magus that was on the team, because I decided to reduce it, because this team is actually pretty fucking deadly. Because, like I said, they're all, like, equal. Now, yeah, I'm gonna wait until I hit the next cutscene to talk about it, because I'm afraid of getting cut in the middle of my sentence. You know what? I could fight some shit. So, in the tournament, the second team they're going to be fighting is a team of a cleric that is also from Ayamade. She is from the same, like, order as Kaner. Kaner knows of her, she's kind of an oddball that showed up, like a couple years after the whole war incident. Like literally, she just kind of showed up and was already a cleric. It was weird. And, she's kind of a scatterbrain, but she gets the job done, and she's really good at her job, so they kind of just give her a pass. Though reading her reports is a nightmare, because it's unorganized and just messy and sloppy. Kind of like me.
No, I'm fine.
I can't remember, did I mention she's a self? I always forget sometimes what I forget to mention. But, she has, stuff like Guided Hand and Guided Hand, Mystic, or Mythic, I think it's called. So she can use her Wisdom for her hits and her damage. She's got a couple of things in her kit. Now, the thing with her, now that's her. The next one is a gnome, the experimental whatever gnome gunslinger thingy. So his gun has a ferret barrel and a grappling hook gun. There's a wild shape druid dwarf named Bronelius. Oh yeah, actually I forgot. The gnome's name is Weasley Snipes, the one who shoots ferrets at people and has a grappling hook. The self doesn't really have a funny name. Her name is just Cassandra. Same thing with the shield knight. Her name's just Mila. But yeah, the other one's a shield knight. Oh yeah, I forgot. Cornelius, like I said, he's a wild shape, but he also has his animal companion, a pig named Hammer. And yeah, that's wait, did I go the wrong way? No, I'm going the right way. It's just another save point. But now their opening act, like in terms of when they're fighting, what they're gonna do is the druid is gonna throw the gnome onto one of the towers, because that fight has a bunch of towers in it that either side can use and abuse. Now, what his plan is for have the bear launch.
Voice.
Oh shit! Is to have the bear launch him up onto the tower, and while he's midair, he's going to shoot the grappling hook at one of the party members and try to snare them. And then shoot, you know, ferrets at them while they're snared. But, we don't, but I'll tell you if that goes according to plan or not.
What's going on? Nico, be here.
Well, here I go killing again. Sorry I'm being quiet, but that's gonna be the opening act. In terms of their strategy, the cleric's mainly gonna try and jump in and out of combat, healing people, maybe occasionally damaging. You know, I'm just gonna try to pin somebody down and shoot ferrets at them. Also, she's gonna try and absorb, oh yeah, also the druid's gonna try and, the cleric's gonna try and absorb, attacks of opportunity, so she's gonna have fairly high AC. The druid's gonna be primarily attacking aggressively. The cleric's gonna try and keep them away, you know, try to just do that to keep everybody alive on her party, and, the shield knight is going to primarily be working to try and keep the cleric and, who's the other one? Oh, the cleric and the gnome from getting hurt. So I'm going to give her ability to shunt out enemies around. But we'll see how well that goes. And that's pretty much it for that. The tower, they're going to be fighting Kakashi. Ooh! That was pretty fucking sick. Eleanor, man, I love you. Oh no, Eleanor! Get up, please! Don't die! That's my job. I'm supposed to die repeatedly, not you. Well, at least I got out of the way just in time. But yeah, I need to prep up some more. I'm actually gonna move the Battletoads Double Dragon fight up a little bit. In fact, I'm actually going to ask for some help. I mean, he'll see the message before this video come up for making the Battletoads. The Brothers Lee are easy because I can actually use Meryl as a template for a monk. So, you know, I'm not really concerned about that. But the Battletoads themselves I'm probably going to need some help with. I might ask him to do, if Whale Duck, if he can help me with that. Like I said, by the time you see this Whale Duck, you have already helped or not helped, depending on if you could or not, or wanted to. But other than that, that's pretty much it. There are some stuff I'm going to rewrite to the plot. Like I said, I don't think any of the people that play watch these, so I don't have to worry too much. But I kind of want to wait and tell you, and then tell you their reaction to it, and if they like what I'm doing so far. Can you stop just blocking all the time? You're an annoying fucking bug. God. I just wanted to do another one, see if I can kill him quicker. There we go.
I can't believe it. Is it really you? Velvet? What is this? How are you alive?
I could ask you the same question. Where have you been this whole time? You just up and disappeared. Everyone thinks that you were eaten by a demon. But I knew it couldn't be true. You're too strong to let some crummy demon take you down. You're alive. Sorry, I didn't mean to embarrass you in front of your friends. I have to let everyone know the good news. You finally come back to us.
Nico's alive. She's alive.
Don't let your guard down. I've got a bad feeling about this.
Well, naturally, we've got a Reaper with us. Let's head for a ball. We can ask everyone there exactly what happened.
Yeah.
I hate this part.
Velvet, I have to ask. Are you sure that the other villagers died that day?
Well, it's not like I had time to check.
Alright, let me just set up the expedition.
Scout ship.
Okay. So, interesting, eh? There's Nico, and she appears to have a pulse. Oh boy. Oh boy. But yeah, I don't, actually, yeah, like I said, that's really all I have for tabletop. There wasn't a lot to talk about today because of the short fucking sessions and everything. Oh man, I really wish there was more. But I can say this though, after building that cleric, and by God, did I have fun putting her together. I really want to play a cleric. I mean, I mentioned I wanted to play one before, but I kind of really want to. In fact, I've had this idea in my head before, back when there was a good chance Melita could die. I was debating asking the DM to allow me to do an idea I had. So, I constantly joke about Melita missing her calling as a cleric. So, what I'm thinking about doing is, if she ever dies and, you know, can't be brought back for whatever reason, like, you know, they can't just get her to a spot to be raised for whatever reason, I'm gonna ask Nick, if I can do this. If for this death specifically, if she can, if like Saranre will bring her back, but now as one of her clerics. Now, what happened is she'd lose access to all of her old abilities, like her old, spell list and everything. She would lose all that. In fact, her stats would shift. I basically built her up like I was building a new character, for the most part. We would discuss, like, in terms of her items and shit that she had on her. and become a cleric. But that was just an idea I had, and I'll just run it past him at some point and see if he's cool with it or if he likes the idea. As her basically reincarnating as a cleric. Though she wouldn't, her intelligence would drop because, you know, don't really need int as a cleric. So her int will just... Which will be funny, because she's smart. I mean, I constantly joke about it. I'm dumb. I'm a dumb. And I'm playing a smart character. I constantly joke about how Melita deserves a much smarter player than the one she's got. Because I'm a fucking dolt. She could probably work better if she had someone who wasn't stupid with her. But anyway, that was one idea. Maybe if he allows that, say if she dies. Yeah, let's open that up. Oh, nice. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if he'll say yes to that or not. I know her sister is still one of my backup characters. And,
This can't be. After what I did, when he killed Laffy.
Velvet, are you alright?
Of course I'm alright. I know I'm right. I'm sure of it. This isn't how the village should be.
Well, let's stay calm and investigate.
I am calm. I'm fine. Really.
It didn't seem like that was someone else masquerading as this Nico girl.
But if she's the real thing, then something very unnatural is going on. You get me, Rokuro?
Yeah, we better keep an eye out.
yeah. No, what are you talking about? Everything's fine and normal. This isn't weird or crazy. You fucking weirdos. Everything is fine. No need to investigate ever. Everything's gonna be okay. Whee! Oh, that's a stronger enemy. I don't really want to fight that right now. Let's go over. Whee! Thank you, Brave. You sure are a big help, Brave. But anyway. But yeah, I really want to play a cleric now. Like, clerics, I've always been told that clerics are fucking beasts. And that they're really powerful and all that shit. And I've never not believed that. Because it makes sense to make the heal class powerful. Because you want people to play it. And a lot of the time, you know, it's hard to get people to play a healer. Though actually looking at a cleric's kit and everything like that, I feel like I don't mind healing people. In fact, a lot of times I'll take up an action with like characters like Melita and shit to just heal people or to buff them. I like keeping my team alive because, you know, I'm playing with people and they're both people I'm friends with, you know, in like, you know, outside the game and friends with in the character sometimes, depending on what characters we're playing. So, you know, I just kind of naturally want to keep everybody alive. Anywho. But yeah, I just really like their kit. They have a lot of nice tools. They can revive people. So, yeah, Breath of Life. They've got a lot of, like, debuffs, a lot of, healing, some good damage, too. They're just really, like, all in all good. So, I definitely want to try a cleric out. Oh, I forgot to mention my plan. If they lose to this party. If they lose to this party, they will be revived by the cleric and be asked to join the party. And end up joining on the new team, Short Stack. Because everybody but the Shield Knight on their team is short.
Velvet! You're really all right.
Oh, thank heavens! It's so good to see you!
Where have you been all this time? You never even wrote!
But I don't. I thought the whole village was wiped out that day.
Yeah, it nearly was.
But just when we thought it was all over, Arthur, Lord Artorias saved us! No, it was his doing in the first place. He sacrificed Lapiset.
It really was a shame what happened to that poor boy.
That's all you have to say? A shame? My brother Loppy died.
I'm sorry. Truly, I am. But you can't lose hope, dear.
He's right. What counts is that your brother's still alive.
He's alive?
He's in your house. Don't worry, we've all pitched in to take care of him.
I don't...
Velvet. Velvet, let's go to your house and see.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry, replacement goldfish. It looks like the original goldfish is back in town. Oh, they actually still have it marked. That's nice. Weird being back here, isn't it?
Luffy's alive?
What's wrong?
Well, that didn't break it.
Next time you suspect an illusory art, test out your theory on yourself.
You think we're all seeing an illusion?
It's possible. It wouldn't be the first time.
But an entire village? That shouldn't be possible. Shouldn't be, no.
How do we approach this? Try to break it apart at the seams somehow?
No. For now, we and our enemies share the same goal. Come on. Help me look for the Therian.
Sure.
I think I'll stick with Velvet.
I won't stop you.
Keep a close eye on her. I don't think she's entirely right in the head at the moment.
Yeah.
Let's see, what's the party makeup looking like? Oh, yep. They did it. They did it. The Maniacs, they did it. They got rid of them. I always like little touches like that in video games. Even if I don't think I'll ever hit combat. Before I go in, I'm going to... Oh, never mind.
My home. It hasn't changed a bit.
We need to be careful, Velvet. Aizen thinks this could be a trap.
You think Nico and everyone are being controlled?
I don't know. It's just...
You think it could be Melchior's doing. But even so... Not going to work on me.
You're insane. People can fight against pain, but...
I won't be deceived by this.
You'll open your wound.
You're warm. Luffy, you're really alive. Luffy?
He's been asleep. Ever since that day. I found him at the shrine. Collapsed on the ground. His wounds healed, but he's never woken up.
If he's still alive, that's all that matters. I'll find a way to wake you again, Luffy. I swear I will. We'll be together. I still have to thank you for this comb after all.
So that's where Velvet's comb came from.
Did Lord Artorias really try to sacrifice such a defenseless child? What's wrong, Laphicet? You don't look like your usual perky self.
I'm okay. I'm just glad Velvet's all right.
What? Your name is Laphicet too? What a weird coincidence!
Yeah.
Hey, sorry about all that, you guys.
Don't worry about it. What are we going to do now? If it were me, I'd make Laphicet something he really likes for dinner tonight.
He can handle soup. Maybe he'll notice the smell of your cooking and it'll wake him up.
Yeah, maybe I should. Would you watch after him while I go buy what I need?
Of course. I am at your beck and call.
Is there anything I can do to help too?
Yes, please. I'll need you to be my taste tester.
I wonder if they've located the Therian.
Let's just leave that to them.
You're not curious?
Of course I am. But for right now, I want to stay close to Velvet. I've got a really bad feeling about this.
Something more important than finding the Therian?
Yeah. My stomach is twisted, and I've got a chill up my spine. I'm really scared.
Very well. I trust your feelings. We'll leave the Therian to Rokuro and Aizen, and stay with Velvet then.
Thanks, Eleanor.
Magilu, what will you do?
Whatever I feel like.
I shouldn't have asked.
Thanks anyway, Magilu. Are you sure you're doing the right thing?
In the end, whatever happens, happens. Wiser words never spoken, right?
What? She doesn't know anything. What are you
All
talking
right,
about?
First, I'm going to whip up my special quiche. And then I'll throw in tomato and egg soup. And some pudding.
I didn't even know your face had smile muscles.
It's honestly, it's weird hearing that voice again, isn't it? Seriously, Velvet has. I mean, all the voice actresses are great. Actors, actresses, whatever. But like, it's kind of impressive how well she can shift that tone. Like, that's really good. Hello.
It's been a long time, hasn't it, Velvet? I wanted to apologize to you for ages now.
Apologize? What for?
That business with Arthur. Back then, I said he seemed like a fraud. I know you took it pretty hard, but if he wasn't there 3 years ago, our village would have been destroyed. I'm sorry I doubted him.
I didn't trust him then either. I only realized how amazing of a person he was when he saved all of our lives. I'm ashamed of myself. All this time we've been feeling terrible, thinking we may have driven you to leave the village. Please, forgive us.
That's not... I didn't...
Where have you been these past 3 years? It must have been tough living on your own, without any family to help you. Sorry, you don't have to talk about it if it hurts. But if you ever feel like talking, we're here for you.
I know we can't make up for all the pain we put you through, but if there's anything we can do, just ask. And if you'd like, you're always welcome to come back. The whole village would welcome you with open arms.
Hold on, let me just twist that knife. Yeah, there we go. Oh, just twist it. Twist the knife. Come on, just twist it. Ugh, God. It's hard to talk because I know what's going on.
Velvet! It's been forever! Great to see you. You haven't changed a whit.
What do you mean by that?
Have you seen Nico yet?
I have.
She's as full of life as she always was, right? Come to think of it, nothing's really changed much, has it?
I suppose not. By the way, how are Orthy and Russ doing?
Those pups haven't changed a whit either. They saw a guy with a big sword walking with a dour-eyed fellow in black. They freaked out and hightailed it.
That would be Rokuro and Aizen.
Those dogs are as cowardly as always.
So, what part of Velvet hasn't changed a whit?
She doesn't have any makeup on?
Uh-huh.
See, I'm gonna make a pause right here in my recording. In fact, this is something a note to editor for aka me later. Cut here and then start again after I'm done talking to my brother. Alright then. Note to me, resume recording in 3, 2, 1. Sorry about that, I'm back. There was just life things, don't worry about it.
The Malachim are a gift from the Empyreans, a reward for our repentance and our renewed prayers. The Malachim are our blades against the demons, and the exorcists the hands that wield them. Humanity's hope.
You never change. Want me to take you home this time?
No! Don't treat me like I'm senile!
Okay.
Oh! It's you, Velvet. Be careful when fighting prickle boars.
If they charge you, punch them in the nose, right?
No! Throw sand in their eyes!
Sand in the eyes. Got it.
You finally started listening to me. You're 16. You've really grown.
Yeah, 16. But aren't you 19?
Leave her be.
Alright, let's trigger this one.
Between the cold,
Hello.
the famine, and the demon blight, there were times I thought the world was done for. But over the past 3 years, I've stopped worrying.
I know we're overly reliant on Arthur and the exorcists, but this village has changed. The exorcists taught us that there are things the demons hate. We can't defeat them, but we can keep them away.
It's peaceful now. Exorcists stop by on patrol every now and then. We haven't had a case of demon blight since what happened to your sister was horrible. But you and Laphicet should try to move on. Make the most of your lives.
I hope he wakes up soon.
I'm sure he will. Hey, could I get some eggs, milk, spinach, and tomatoes? And I'd love to know what cheese you'd recommend too.
You got it. And in celebration of your homecoming, I won't even charge. With you cooking up a feast like that, I'm sure Laphicet will wake up straight away.
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
You're getting spinach? I can't really handle it myself.
You'll never grow up strong if you don't eat your spinach, young lady.
I've done just fine without it so far, thank you.
Oh, if you insist. I'll leave it out just this once.
Wow, Velvet. You must be special. Not many folks get to be friends with an exorcist.
She's not my friend.
The way you two bicker, I find that hard to believe.
Oh yeah. Do you have any prickle boar?
Oh, I'm sorry to say that I'm out at the moment.
That's fine. I'll hunt some up myself in the tranquil woods. Just like old times.
Actually, there haven't been any prickle boars there lately. You should try the Morgana Woods instead.
Okay, I'll do that. Thanks for the tip.
You don't like spinach, right, Eleanor?
Well, you know, I just... All right, it's true, but keep that between us, okay?
Velvet really seemed to be enjoying herself at the shop.
Quite. And she can really pick out a nice balance of foods while making every gulp count. She seems so cheerful and carefree.
That's the real Velvet. I'm sure of it.
Yes. An ordinary, dutiful, loving sister.
I wish she could have stayed that way. She could have lived a happy life, surrounded by her friends.
Just plain Velvet Crow, sister to Lord Artorias.
And maybe not Lord Artorias, but just plain Arthur.
A happy, ordinary life for an ordinary girl, with a kind family and supportive friends.
Alrighty, to the Morgana Woods to hunt some prickle boars.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we're gonna save the game. So we're actually gonna stop for today. I'm gonna say, if I gotta get the knife twisted, those of you who don't know the story, I'm gonna twist it slowly. Back at you. It's my old revenge on nobody. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day. Sorry it was a little bit of a short episode.
That's the